Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maureen and I'm a homeschool mom to 2 boys. Today I just wanted to make a really quick video. Wasn't planning on this, but I was prepping for our next week of homeschool and I just kind of thought to myself, I wonder what everyone else's just day-to-day routine is. And usually whenever I ask myself questions like that, it kind of sparks my idea for making a video that answers that question for us. But I'm still curious to know what other people do on a day-to-day basis. So today I'm going to talk about kind of our rough routine that we follow every day. I'm not going to get into details, but just to kind of give you an idea of what our daily routine looks like. So let's get going. So pretty much every morning I will get up, have my quiet time, have my breakfast, have my coffee, definitely have my coffee. It's super important. I am not naturally a morning person, so it is best for everyone if I allow myself my time to wake up, do my thing, and then wake everyone else up. It's funny because my husband will call me sometimes if he's gotten to the office pretty early, and he'll call me like, I don't know, 7:30, and I'm just like a woman of very few words. And he's like, "You didn't wake up very long ago, did you?" I'm like, "No." He said, "I'll call you back." So he knows I need my time to wake up. It takes me a little while. So once I get going, then I'll wake up the boys, and I usually try to have them down for breakfast around like 8:30 at the latest, probably. Feed them breakfast, send them up for get dressed, brush their teeth, and tidy the room, like a really fast 5-minute. For the most part, they're making their bed and picking up things off the floor. That's it. And then coming back down. Side note, is it just me? I'm really hoping that it's more moms out there, but okay, my kids are 11, just turned 11, and 12, almost 13. And every day I have to remind them to get dressed, brush their teeth, brush their hair, put on deodorant. Like, I keep thinking at some point they're going to get old enough to where they're actually going to care. Do you think? Or is this something that I'm going to have to remind them to do until they're 18 years old? I'm really hoping not, but it's not looking so good right now. So I give them those reminders, they go do that, and then they come back downstairs. And so when we built this house, we actually built a schoolroom for the 3 to 4 years before this year that we homeschooled. We did not have a schoolroom. And so, side note, if you are a homeschooler and you don't have a schoolroom, it works. Do not feel the need to have a schoolroom to teach your kids in. We were building our house and I just wanted one. So once they get down to the schoolroom, we start with prayer as a group. And then I will give them an overview of what our day looks like, what our school schedule looks like, and then whatever we have going on after school, I'll let them know that. And then we go into our memory cards. I made these memory cards a couple of years ago, and they're just cards with random facts of things that I wanted them to know and have memorized. Now this year we have started language arts with the good and the beautiful, and with that curriculum they receive a good amount of geography and grammar cards to memorize throughout the year. And a lot of those facts that are within the curriculum we had already been memorizing with our homemade memory cards. So I took those out of our homemade pile because it was pointless to have them memorize the same things twice. And so our homemade memory cards that we use in a group have like the presidents in order, our government facts about the government, just different things, our address, our telephone numbers, just like I said, random facts that I just personally wanted them to know that they may not learn in a curriculum. So we do that as a group. And then we'll go into independent work. Now, until this year, we have always done group work first and then independent work. Well, just a couple of weeks ago, my oldest was math is not his favorite. And when they get to their, up until now, when they've gotten to their independent work, I've really let them choose the order of how they get their work done, as long as it gets done every day. Well, math was his least favorite, and so naturally he waited to do it last. Well, by the time he got to it, he was ready for school to be over. He didn't like it to begin with. If he wouldn't understand something, he would get super frustrated. Then I would get super frustrated, and it was just a bad ordeal. So a couple of weeks ago, I just had the thought, why don't we get the stuff done first that we don't really want to do, get that out of the way, and then focus on everything else? Y'all, it revolutionized our day. Like, it's one of those really small decisions that you're like, why didn't I think of that so much sooner? So now we do our independent work first, specifically math, and then everything else they can do in their own order. But we do math first, and then they'll usually do their language arts, and go from there, typing, handwriting, so forth. And then I try to get started on our group work before lunch, but lately it's been working out to where they finish their independent work, we have lunch, and then we go back into group work, which is working out fine. It's just putting us a little bit behind, because when we do have lunch, I allow them like a recess time for about 30 to 45 minutes after we eat, and then we get back to group work. But often our recess time kind of stretches out, and for my reasons, I like get into doing something, and then, you know, I'm like, we'll start in 30 more minutes. We'll start in 20 more minutes, and I just keep pushing it back. So I need to be a little bit more disciplined with that. But yeah, so we do our independent work, we do lunch, and then we do our group work, and then we're at the end of our day. And lately we're getting done around 2:30. If I was a little bit more disciplined with that break, and maybe even just trying to get at least one group subject in before lunch, we could probably be done by 1 o'clock or 1:30. I would like to see that happen, because, side note, my husband and I are starting a new business this fall. And so I need to allow myself some more time where I can get a little bit more work done in the afternoons. Well, that's just an overview of our rough day-to-day schedule. Again, it's not specifically what we do with our curriculum and getting into details, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys like a rough outline of what our day-to-day looks like. I'm always open to hear what you guys are doing. If you've maybe made one of those small decisions like I did and it revolutionized your schedule, I would love to hear that. I'm always looking to get some great tips and thoughts on homeschooling. So share that in the comments down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would love to get to know more of you. And until next time, guys, I hope you have a great one. Bye-bye. All right, so I wanted to give you guys an idea. This is the bookshelf. We have one of these on either side of the window in the schoolroom. But look, this small pile here is the boys' independent work. They each have a shelf, one on this side, one on the other side. And this is all their independent work. This year I put it in this file holder, and they can choose, again, the order. We do math first right now, but then after that they can choose the order that they get everything else done. We do use Homeschool Planner online, so they can just log into their account and see what they need to get done for today. But just to show you real quick, this is my youngest, 6th grader. This is his handwriting, his just notebook to go with his language arts, tracing paper for art, this Key 2% book that we are enjoying. He does Life of Fred for math, so this is his Life of Fred book and notebook to go along with the Your Turn to Play. Typing, his language arts lesson course book, and his independent readers. And then this is, these are the geography and grammar cards that I mentioned earlier. They will tell you, The Good and the Beautiful explains this in their curriculum, but basically we have one set into 3 different Ziploc bags. So these are all the ones that he has not yet learned. I mean, look how many of them. That actually excites me. These are the ones that he's mastered, and then these are the ones that he's learning. So once he can recite the ones that he is learning to me a few days consecutively, then we move it into the mastered, and then he pulls a few more out of the not learned into the learning. So obviously the hope is by the end of the year he will have all of them mastered, which I believe that he will. So I just wanted to show you, I'm kind of a curriculum hoarder. A lot of those up there are just independent readers, but I'm slowly getting rid of my curriculum stuff. But I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of the amount of independent work that they have and just what it looks like.